Hey, what's happening, everybody? Rod J back again and take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Actually, tonight I'm taking a look at one from Bell's Brewery. This is their Third Coast Old Ale. It is actually an American barley wine. Comes in at 10.2% ABV, 52 IBU. This one was actually in the cellar, so this is a cellared review. Packaged there 10/3/15, and it makes mention on the label: an ale for those who appreciate complexity and finish character. Fill a snifter and enjoy it now, or commit some bottles to the cellar to test your patience. So I wanted to see how this one would actually taste here a couple years later, actually 3 years later now, as this is 2018. It's actually April, so 2.5 years to be more exact. Let's go ahead and get this one open and get it into a glass to see how it performs now. I don't know, 10.2 ABV. I just drank another beer a little bit ago that was actually at 11.3, and before that I had one at 9.5. So this will be my last review for the night. Those were both IPAs. It'll be something different here with the barley wine. There we have the nice color on it. And you have a pretty much deep, darker brown color, kind of like a chestnut brown. Get a light behind it. It's got like a slight bit of a, I guess you can kind of say a reddish type tint. Not overly red, but it does have something there that kind of makes it more characteristic of something of a cherry wood type color. Aroma is still good. You're still getting kind of the dark fruit aroma you get with barley wines. I think black licorice when I take a sniff of this. I think something like plums. I think something like prunes. Something along those lines comes out very easily, not having to sniff too hard. Pretty decent smelling as far as the aroma still. You can now see here that the head is down to about a finger, which is pretty much a tan or beige color head. And it looks like right there you can see as it's breaking down, it should lace the glass nicely. As far as the taste, that is so smoothed out. Nice caramel feel to it, a nice toffee feel. You have kind of a syrupy texture in there, a nice creaminess. Not much of a sting to the tip of the tongue, goes down the back end very easily. Leaves a nice mouth coating experience where you're picking up those dark fruits. You can feel it some in the cheeks as well. Has a nice smoothness to it, not overly boozy even at that higher ABV of the 10.2. Feeling no repercussions on the back end. Carbonation is not as lively, which adds to that smoothness. You get kind of a caramely type feel in that texture. Very decent. And I had this when it was fresher previously, and it was still good at that point, so it's great to see how this held up over time. Again, this is like 2.5 years later. Definitely a full body. Not many people are going to drink these kind of things as we head into the spring and summer because of the weight of the beer. You don't really pick up as much of a booziness, but it does still weigh a little bit heavy on the tongue. But all in all, pretty smooth American barley wine. If you haven't had this one before, I would say definitely check it out, especially if you are a barley wine fan. If you have had it, put some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one or about American barley wines in general. If you've had any out there that might be worth also taking a look at. But I would definitely say this one is worth it as far as giving it a try. And it's one of the smoother ones I've actually had of the style there as well. Again, this is the Third Coast Old Ale. Thanks again for checking out another video. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hopefully I will see you on another video. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.